Blacklist Hunter here, and today we're going to talk about Uvogin and why he is in reality really underrated. Some of you might say he is not underrated, but most people underestimate how powerful Uvogin actually is in the Hunter x Hunter verse because he got destroyed by Kurapika pretty easily. Uvogin was first introduced in the York New City arc in the Phantom Troupe hideout, and as soon as Krollo gives the order to exterminate all the mafia members and steal everything at the auction, Uvogin is the only one who shows great excitement for the mission. He really wanted to get rid of anybody in his way, be it the mafia or any strong Nen user. Uvogin in reality is kind of a ruthless machine, and he is extremely powerful. We know that Uvogin was the strongest physically in the Phantom Troupe, and his brute force and Nen power were tremendous. After failing to get the auction items, the Phantom Troupe are on the air balloon and the mafia members follow them to the Gordau desert. Uvogin is the only one who jumps down and faces them alone, all of them. He tells the other Phantom Troupe members to stay out of his fight. This is where we see Uvogin's first feats. The mafia member walked up to him so close and shot him with a gun in the head. Uvogin caught the bullet with his teeth and instantly decapitated the mafia member. Uvogin starts going on a rampage, ending mafia members left and right. Even a sniper bullet wasn't even enough to scratch him. He grabbed the rock and threw it at the sniper on the other side in an instant, ending him. Next, a mafia member brings out a bazooka and he says that a shot from it can take out a tank, and Uvogin is insulted to be compared to a mere tank. Imagine that. Mafia member then fires the bazooka and Uvogin took the shot head on. That shows what incredible strength and aura he has. Any normal Nen user wouldn't be able to withstand a bazooka attack, but Uvogin could. Even Kurapika, when observing Uvogin with the binoculars, stated that he is extremely powerful. He also emphasized the enormity of Uvogin's aura, which shows that even Kurapika, strong as he was at that point, acknowledged the immense power of Uvogin. Next, the Shadow Beasts show up, and here, even though there were a couple of them, no Phantom Troupe member tried to interfere and help Uvogin. That shows how much they trusted in his capacity and strength to fight. The Shadow Beast Worm punches Uvogin with his full strength, but instead of hurting Uvogin, he breaks his fingers instead. Uvogin punches him, and Worm, as damaged as he is, grabs Uvo's arm and goes underground. At this point, Worm thought he had won, but here we see the massive and strong attack, the Big Bang Impact, which was destruction itself, with the other Nen users watching, stating that they have never seen Nen like this, while Nobunaga states that the Big Bang is as mighty as ever, which shows the pure insane power of Uvogin's punches, even though there isn't anything special about them, just a regular punch infused with Nen. It's so powerful it can destroy any Nen user if it hits, and it makes significant damage to the surrounding area. The remaining Shadow Beasts attack Uvogin. He tries attacking Porcupine, but he can manipulate his hair so the punch doesn't reach him, while Rabbit Dog bites his flesh and Leech starts injecting leeches into his wound. Uvogin is so brutal, he bites off part of Leech's head and spits a piece of his skull like a Nen bullet towards Rabbit Dog, which is so fast and powerful he can't even block with Nen, ultimately ending him. As for the little Porcupine, he was still stuck to Uvogin's arm, so Uvogin let out a massive scream right in his ear, which was so powerful it ended him in an instant. Uvogin is an enhancer, and it was stated that his only interests are fighting and training for strength, and that his Big Bang Impact attack has the power of a small missile. Next, Kurapika managed to abduct Uvogin, and even Uvogin was surprised at how strong the chains were, and even if he wasn't poisoned, he still wouldn't be able to break free. When Uvogin was tied up on the table, Dalzolen attacked him with a sword with full force. Uvo's Nen power was so strong that the sword broke in half. Even Kurapika was amazed at the willpower that Uvogin had. Kurapika furthermore states that Uvogin's spirit is so unbreakable and it's the source of his tremendous aura, and that Uvogin is a combat machine to the very bone. Kurapika is a straight next level Nen prodigy, a monster, and he still was impressed by Uvogin's strength. We know that willpower is everything for a strong Nen. Netero was strong because he had unbreakable willpower and dedication. Uvogin, even though he wasn't a ultimate Nen user, according to Togashi, he was a genius Nen user. His proficiency in Nen is just below perfect. So if Zeno is a perfect Nen user, Uvogin is just below that at genius level, which is really remarkable. Let's go over the Kurapika versus Uvogin fight. Uvogin is impressed that Kurapika is alone and he gives him the option to choose a location. They are at the desert one-on-one. Both of them activate their aura and Uvogin is perceptive as he asked Kurapika who he was, as his Nen had extreme determination in it, while Kurapika asks Uvogin if he remembers those who he has ended. Uvogin says that he only remembers those who had made an impression on him. Kurapika goes on to say about the Kurta clan, but Uvogin doesn't remember at first. Uvogin charges up his aura and straight up attacks Kurapika while Kurapika jumps in the air and attacks him with the visible Nen chain. Uvogin dodges almost every attack and he knows that the chains are dangerous as they have an enormous aura infused in them. He manages to break Kurapika's left arm, but he is surprised to see how it's not shattered, as Kurapika, as we know, used his holy chain to heal it. Uvogin during this fight is confused on how Kurapika is able to withstand his attacks, and he is wondering if Kurapika is a conjurer or a manipulator, but only an enhancer can actually block his immense punch. Next, Uvogin powers up at 50%, and even though he is stronger, Kurapika is faster and manages to land multiple hits on him from various angles. Kurapika taunts him and Uvogin goes full power, creating a smoke screen while concealing his presence, and he attacks Kurapika head on full force, shattering his arm. He compliments Kurapika's reaction time, but he was outsmarted as Kurapika's chains were already tied around his body. Kurapika used chain jail. He pretended to be a manipulator while attacking with the visible chains but hiding the real invisible chains within. Uvogin is confused at how strong Kurapika is, so Kurapika reveals his scarlet eyes, and Uvogin finally remembers the Kurta clan, and he stated that they were pretty powerful Nen users. Kurapika's Nen vow was too strong for Uvogin, and even though he tried to break free, he had no aura and it was impossible. Ultimately, Kurapika ended him with a judgment chain, thus ending the monster Uvogin of the Phantom Troupe. Krollo stated that Uvogin can overpower almost any Nen user, but only conjurers and manipulators with complex abilities could actually defeat him. Uvogin was a very strong Nen user because of his incredible physical strength and powerful aura. He was an enhancer, which means his Nen ability focused on making his body stronger. His aura and punches were so powerful they could cause huge explosions, like with his Big Bang impact attack. He could take a lot of damage without getting hurt, even surviving gunshots, sniper bullets, and even a missile. His strong will and fighting spirit made his Nen even more effective, and he used it with such pure force to crush his enemies in close combat. Uvogin relied on raw power more than tricks, and that made him one of the most dangerous fighters in the Phantom Troupe. Any Nen user would struggle against him. If the average hunter or Nen user with no complicated or genius abilities fought Uvogin, it would be like knuckle fighting Yuppie. That's the difference of a normal or high tier Nen user against Uvogin. He was an A-class criminal who personally I believe would stand a good chance against even a S-class criminal like Razor. His strength and durability were far beyond normal humans who could use Nen. Even when hit by bullets or even a anti-tank missile, he wasn't even hurt at all. When he used the Nen technique called Ken to cover his whole body in aura, no attack could harm him at all. Only very skilled Nen users like the Shadow Beats or Kurapika using special techniques were able to injure him. Uvogin could cause massive damage just by focusing his aura into a punch, cracking the whole area, making a complete destruction. He could even spit something out with enough power to kill if he used aura on it. His loud scream boosted with aura was deadly at close range. His body also could heal very fast. His small wounds would stop bleeding almost right away. On top of that, Uvogin knew every other advanced Nen technique like Gyo, In, Ko, and more, showing that he had full control over all advanced Nen skills, even if he preferred using only brute brute power, brute strength. Uvogin wasn't the smartest, but he wasn't an idiot. He had a natural hunch for battle, and it was his unlucky day he fought an overpowered genius like Kurapika, whose abilities were only made specifically for fighting the Phantom Troupe. Uvogin not only was physically strong, his will and spirit were on another level. No matter what situation he was, his power didn't waver, and he could one-shot any Nen user with ease. He had a monster-like physique and could overpower with brute force any opponent. Truly a monster.